Welcome to Argentina for round 4 of the World Rally Raid Championship. This is the 12th edition of Desafio Ruta 40, starting in Rally Mar, Cordoba. This region has witnessed many memorable moments over the years in the WRC, but in 2024 it welcomes the top riders and drivers from the W2RC. Ross Branch is sitting pretty in the bikes, leading the World Championship by 21 points with 2 rounds to go.
It's obviously in the back of my mind, but as long as we keep it on 2 wheels and do the best we can, that's all we can do.
Hero are also targeting the manufacturer's title, and they've boosted their lineup with the signing of Nacho Cornejo. But they'll be going up against a full-strength Honda squad, including the man who is currently second in the championship, Adrian van Beveren, and the returning Dakar champion, Ricky Brabeck. The American could hardly have made a better comeback as he powered to the Stage 1 victory.
There's no opening bonus here, so I think here for the Ruta 40, it's literally about raw speed and navigation.
In the early days of the rally, there was red wherever you looked. Van Beveren won the second stage to go top of the overall standings, just ahead of his teammates Schreiner and Brabeck.
For sure, the main goal is to win the race, the overall, but to win a stage is something nice.
Honda continued to assert their dominance as the rally switched from the WRC-style tracks around Cordoba to the sandier cross-country terrain near San Juan. Another stage win for Brabeck put him back in the hot seat. Hero were doing their best to keep pace with the Hondas, but this wasn't their rally. Sebastian Bühler faded after a promising start, while new boy Romero Barco unfortunately crashed out on stage 3. As for their marquee signing Cornejo, he still needs time to get to grips with the new bike. The Chilean finished as the last of the Rally GP riders, but he has vowed to knuckle down before Morocco. Ross Branch was also outgunned, but he remains the World Championship leader, the Motswana coming in 5th overall.
Obviously not the result I wanted, but we're still leading the championship and lots of motivation to come back swinging in Morocco.
Honda completing a remarkable 1, 2, 3, 4 overall, with Skyler House 4th on his Argentina debut. Van Beveren was 3rd, that means he slips to 3rd place in the W2RC standings. Tosha Schreiner fought all the way for a second straight victory after Portugal, but he had to settle for 2nd place because there was no stopping a red-hot Ricky Brabeck. The American showing he is truly the man to beat in 2024 by taking his 2nd victory in as many rallies.
How do we know? Good week, huh? I missed rounds 2 and 3, and then I come back in Ruta, and to win is really cool, but hey, it was not easy. Definitely looking forward to come back in Morocco, and hopefully we can get the championship. That'd be super sweet.
Branch's lead has been slashed from 21 points to just 9 before the final round in Morocco, with Brabeck up to 2nd ahead of Van Beveren. And thanks to their dominant performance in Argentina, Honda are now in firm control of the manufacturer's standings. In Rally 2, it was all about the fight between championship leader Romain Dumontier and his rival Bradley Cox. They were separated by just 3 points at the start of the rally.
Every races we are each time quite close. I want to keep my title, of course.
We can't afford to lose anything, and it's sort of winner takes all going forward now.
Cox struck the first blow, winning the first stage around Cordoba. But once Dumontier was able to unleash the power of his new Honda, there was no stopping him. The Frenchman has joined the Japanese giants as a non-official rider and reeled off 3 stage wins in a row to build a 7-minute lead. Cox had the final word, winning stage 5, but he could only claw back a fraction of the time and had to be content with second place. Dumontier winning the rally to extend his championship lead to 8 points.
I'm really happy to get this victory here in Argentina. Last year I finished third, it was not so good, and this year now it's okay with a Swiss stage win. So yes, I'm very happy about that.
Konrad Dabrowski had a tough week with mechanical issues, and he is now 23 points off the top. John Medina sustained an injury at the first round of Rally 3 in Portugal, so he wasn't sure he'd be able to get through Ruta 40, but in the end, he topped the class by over 2 hours. It has been a memorable week for the Chilean, who also takes the lead in the World Championship. Medina winning by a comfortable margin from Eduardo Alan, with Marcelo Mitti a distant third after his problems at the start of the week. Medina now leads the championship from the winner in Portugal, Gonçalo Amaral.
We are leading now with a good point, and here it will be really interesting to win and to finish the world champion before to jump in the new car Dacia in Morocco.
In the ultimate class, Nasser al-Attiyah arrived in Argentina with a 12-point world championship lead over Carlos Sainz, and with the Dakar winner absent, the Qatari had the opportunity to potentially wrap up the title with 1 round to spare. The fight for the podium was also on, with only a handful of points separating Toyota teammates Yazid Al-Rajhi and Lucas Moraes in 3rd and 4th. Al-Rajhi drew first blood, winning the opening stage by over 2 minutes from al-Attiyah.
We come for a win, that's only one choice for us. Me and Timo plan only win.
Moraes had a rollercoaster start to his first rally in Argentina. On the prologue, he managed to rip off the rear right wheel after hitting a wall on the unforgiving tracks of Condor Copina. But the Brazilian made amends with a brilliant showing on stage 2, landing the victory to stay in touch with Al-Rajhi and al-Attiyah at the top.
Another win for Brazil. I'm happy, and let's keep going.
Stage 2 also saw a nasty crash for local star Juan Cruz Jacopini, but the Argentinian limited his losses to 35 minutes, notably getting help from a spectator with a horse.
We put the rope in the course and the spectator started, and we put the car in the 4 wheels with the course. It was a funny moment.
Seth Quintero didn't have an easy start to the rally, but the 21-year-old showed that he is a force to be reckoned with by taking the honours on stage 3.
I gave it 110% and really didn't have much more left in the tank. I knew we were down at the transfer and wasn't going to let these guys win today. I needed one, so yeah, it feels good to get one.
But things went horribly wrong for the Toyota Gazoo racing team on stage 4. Quintero broke the damper and stopped several times, eventually limping home almost 2 hours down. And Moraes suffered suspension failure, and that cost him over an hour. The 2 teammates sinking to the bottom of the ultimate standings, although Moraes would recover to come 5th. Meanwhile, there was a 4th place finish for the ever-consistent Denis Krotov in his overdrive Toyota Hilux, while local legend Sebastian Halpern, a 2-time winner of this event, earned himself a podium spot in 3rd. The fight for overall honours between al-Attiyah and Al-Rajhi went right down to the wire. The Qatari won stage 4 in some style, but he was penalised for a seatbelt infringement, and that meant the 2 drivers were separated by just 13 seconds going into the final day. The lead went back and forth on stage 5, with both of them ahead at different points of the special. But as we heard, Al-Rajhi came here for the win, and he got it. The Saudi going all in to conquer Ruta 40 or Route 40 by exactly 40 seconds.
I am very, very happy because we drive completely flat out every crest, every corner. the car sideways everywhere. Maybe you drive 150 in sideways between the mountains, it's too risky, but finally we are do it.
Disappointment then for al-attiyah, but he remains on top in the W2RC.
We are leading the champion and the world champion, and still we have Morocco rally.
Al-attiyah leads the championship by 25 points from Al-Rajhi, with Moraes up to third ahead of the Dakar winner Carlos Sainz. Meanwhile, Toyota Gazoo Racing have a 30-point lead in the manufacturers' standings. Rokas Baciuska came to Argentina determined to secure the Challengers title before heading to Morocco in October. And the Lithuanian certainly got off to the perfect start, rocketing his way to the first 2 stage wins. However, an untimely puncture on stage 3 stopped Baciuska's streak, allowing local star Nicolas Cavigliasso to close the gap in the overall standings. Dania Akil really impressed this week, finishing 3rd overall. The Saudi will continue to participate in the challenges as she builds towards the ultimate class. Well, Cavigliasso and his wife Valentina always had Baciuska in their sights, but ultimately they had to be satisfied with 2nd overall. Because Rocket Rokas wasn't in the mood to share, he won 3 of the week's 5 stages and won by almost 9 minutes.
We have a lot of points, actually just missing 6 points and then we can be the world champion.
Baciuska is indeed sitting pretty, a whopping 44 points clear of Cavigliasso. Yasser Sayadan came to Argentina with a healthy World Championship lead in the SSVs, but disaster struck for the Saudi on stage 1. He suffered a broken turbo, the same problem as in Portugal, and when the team couldn't fix it, he was forced to retire from the rally. That opened the door for second-placed Sebastian Guayasamín to close the gap in the W2RC standings. The Ecuadorian didn't have it all his own way, with Ricardo Ramilo surging to his 2nd straight W2RC win in this class. But Guayasamín came 2nd overall to snatch the championship lead before Morocco.
We are now 1st place for the World Cup, for the World Championship, and then we had a 2nd place. I think we couldn't hope for anything better.
Guayasamín now leads Sayadan by 6 points, with Ramilo 20 back in 3rd, so it's all to play for in Morocco. But before thinking about the final round of the World Rally Raid Championship in 4 months' time, these guys have earned a bit of downtime. Congratulations to all of our winners and to everybody who made it through this punishing edition of Desafio Ruta 40 2024. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in Morocco.